Okay, maybe thank you very much. I think that when we talk about the placebo effect, it's nice to hear about what can be done on animals, because for a horse or a cat, whether you are a medical doctor or veterinarian or biomedical engineering, he can't care less. He just feels what he feels. But we do have a few more cat stories. Maybe I'll tell you a little more about cats. Effectively, when the rings or the cylinder they use for the professional, in the professional system, the cats who knows the Rhumart, they just jump in it to take their conditioning, and it's just funny, You heard about the magnetic mother story with the little chicken, where you have a real magnet and the other one is a dumb, and the little chicken can feel the magnetic field, and they feel warmth and they feel comfortable in a magnetic field. And coming back to the cats, there was one case of epileptic crisis in a cat, where the veterinarian said, well, there's nothing to do, the crises were becoming so closed that it was, it's not very beautiful to see a cat in epileptic crisis. I've never seen one, but must be something. And so the lady called me. She had the Rhumart system for people. She said, do you have any experience with the epileptic people? I said, no. But I said, why? She said, well, we have a cat. What will we do? I said, well, you just try it on the head and see what happens. And so I suggested very low intensity session, and animals are very, very responsive with Rhumart. Sometimes it takes even less than for human beings. And with just a couple of sessions, that cat simply recovered and never had any epileptic crisis again. I don't know of any other case of epileptic problem, but when this is almost like an electrical short circuit when people have an epileptic crisis. So even in this type of situation, that's really surprising. And we have other stories, but I think that we should probably stop here, because otherwise we would like you to really take experience with this. But of course, Francis had to start somewhere, and some people really want to have a few sessions before to buy the machine. But for those who got convinced, this way good for you. But a lot of people get discouraged this way too, because since you cannot really adapt the parameters yourself, sometimes you don't feel, even if we tell the people, well, tell us if it's too much or if it's less, and the communication is not always perfect, and sometimes a person will feel more pain the day after because you gave too much an intensity. But if the person doesn't tell, because she doesn't want to disappoint you, you won't get anywhere. See what I mean? But if you do have the system, you will, this is another story.